Hey Sweaty, welcome back to the channel. My name is T-Soul Games and I have another superhero skin tutorial for you. In this case, it is a villain tutorial to pair with the recent skin tutorial that I did. That was extremely accurate. I really like the Daredevil one. This one here is also very accurate. Bullseye is his arch enemy. I'm going to show you guys this right now, but don't forget you can support me by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turn on notifications, and you can use code T-Soul Games in the Fortnite item shop whenever you make a purchase, buy a battle pass, buy an emote. It all helps me out. So thanks, guys. Let me show you in the locker. Use the hunter skin. I'll walk you through that. There's also the kinetic cards, which is the Gambit and Rogue Gambit back bling, stun knife from the solid snake set, and the eclipse umbrella. There is another option you can use. I don't have it, but you can use it. I'll tell you about that in a second. The big score contrail. So this is the loadout that we use to make Bullseye. It is really fun. I think this skin pairs really nicely with the Daredevil set. Let me go ahead and walk you through how this one's set up. So in the Hunter set, click Stalwart. This is going to give us that little dot on the forehead right here. It's going to give us one on the chest too, and that's not a problem. It makes the gloves and the boots white with this little underwear section. We're going to make sure to turn the belt off, half mask. You can do mask off if you wish, because it doesn't matter. We have the cowl on. This won't change anything. So if you do mask on, mask off, it doesn't matter. And belt on or off is fine. The primary material is going to be white with metallic. So we're going to go white and metallic. The secondary is going to be black in cloth. This one looks really good for a classic Bullseye look. If you want it to have a little bit of a texture, you can do plastic. You could even do metallic if you want to. I think the spandex looks really good on this one. Cloth looks great as well. For the primary, you could mix this one up and just do like a cloth or a spandex as well. This kind of dulls out the shading and the coloring though, so it kind of gives him a little bit more of a villainous look. So for the accessory, you can do white. You could also do black if you wanted to, just to reduce the amount of white there. Just make the majority being black. That's fine. Eye effects off, but the eye color, we're going to go ahead and do white. You could make him look really villainous by giving him like a dark red for the eye shading. That's fine too. Skin tint, none. Hair tint, black. We're not going to see his hair because it's covered in the half mask cowl. Or the sticker. I like to use this one here, but you can also get away with this one, which has less green and a little bit of blue on there. Kind of balances out, makes it feel a little more neutral. His bullseye is actually black and white. So this one has green and yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and select this one right here. Either way is fine, to be honest. Either of those will work just fine. The card also works, and it's a lot less coloring. So it's just up to you and how you want this thing to look. This one's kind of circular like a bullseye, but this one is in fact a bullseye, so it's up to you. The card on the back is the best one in my opinion. He does throw playing cards similar to Gambit. His aren't kinetically charged, but you can still get away with this. It looks really cool on his back. So this one I really love. If you have any cards that are not on fire, those would be really good. Anything that looks like throwing knives would be really good. Ninja stars would be really good. I don't have any of those, so for me, I just go with the Gambit cards, and that works out just fine for me. You could do this Raph's Sigh, because if he had taken them from Elektra, I talked about this with the Daredevil set too. So now that we've been over that, I'm going to go ahead and reset it back to the cards. I highly recommend the Gambit cards here from the Rogue and Gambit set chapter 3 season 1, and this one cycles back into the item shop fairly often. The pickaxe, for this one I would go with the stun knife, the sneaking set chapter 5 season 1. It's the closest thing to like a throwing knife that is also just dark in color. I would just go with this one. I don't think that there's any other items I would personally choose for him. I mean, you could do like fans, but that's not really something I see him using as a weapon. If you want to keep it really simple, like something handheld, you could do like the Fangs of Hesk and just switch this style. Make it the original style here, or the Auric Legacy. Cosmic Legacy, that's a good one. For the most part, I would just keep it the ones that are like the throwing size. The stun knife for me is the one I go with. For the glider, this one kind of has the spirals and it feels kind of like it's a bullseye. I do like this one a lot. He rides like a motorcycle, so you could get away with doing something like this. The Chain Surfer would be a fun one. The Mandala Disc also has kind of a spinning effect to it, so this one does look like a thrown item. I would just keep it either the Chain Surfer or the Arctic Tack because they're neutral colors. You could do something like the Gunbrella. This one is very like dark gray, themed, and this one also works for like kind of a spinning thing. I think the umbrellas will work really nice for him. As for the contrail, there's only a couple of them that I would consider. This one here, the big score, because he's a criminal, he's all about the money, he's a hired mercenary, and this is something that he's all about. You could also do these because it looks like he's about to chuck these giant discs. This one could pair well as a thrown item. This one with him jamming through the streets is a pretty good one. I also like the Wasteland Drifter. This one has the same effect as the tail lights, just a little bit grungier, and with him being a villain, this one kind of feels a little dirtier. That's pretty much it. In fact, I think that was probably more information than you guys needed. Like I said, there's a few different logos you can choose for Bullseye, and I think they're all really good. If you guys have another way you like to set up Bullseye, then let me know in the comments, because I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and use code TSoulGames in the Fortnite item shop whenever you make a purchase or buy a battle pass, any emotes. Those things are going to help me out big time, and I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. All right, you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you guys next time right here on TSoulGames.